This is Anil Nagpal from Azure Service. Today we will talk about mobile apps. Mobile apps are useful for every business. For example, school, college, university, agency, distributorship, whatever business we have. Mobile apps are very useful nowadays for every business because of their usefulness. For example, notifications. Whenever we are using some mobile apps and we have downloaded those mobile apps in our mobile device from App Store or Google Play Store, in that case, we get some notifications from the developer. I mean from the company for whom that particular mobile app has been developed. So those notifications are basically to make the customers remind about something. So mobile apps are very useful, and not only for notifications, lots of activities are there for using mobile apps. So let us see what type of apps are available nowadays. So there are three types of apps available in the market: native apps, mobile web apps, and hybrid apps. Now let us see one by one each and every app. First one is native apps. Now native apps are the apps which are specially made for a particular platform, for example iOS or Android. That means if one native app has been developed, so definitely that will be for one platform only. That means if you are using it on Android, you cannot use it for iOS. For iOS, the same app has to be developed from scratch. So that is a problem also. So we'll discuss it later. So when we talk about iOS and Android, so we cannot use the same app for both the platforms. We have to develop the app for both the platforms separately. Native apps can be accessed via respective app stores. Android app is available on Google Play Store and iOS app is on the App Store. So if we talk about iOS apps, they have been built with the help of Objective-C or Swift using Xcode. And if we talk about Java, Kotlin, so these are the languages which are used for making Android apps. Now, what are the advantages of native apps? Native apps are very fast, very fast, and performance is very good. Native apps can take the full advantage of devices like cameras, sensors, and all that. High performance apps. If we talk about disadvantages of native apps, the main disadvantage of native app is that it is made for single platform. Now let us take one example. Suppose a university has ordered one app, let's say Android app, to a developer, and that company has made that particular app. After some time, that university says that I want the same app for iOS also. So what the company has to do, they have to develop app from the scratch. Means they have to have two teams, one for Android app, second for iOS app. So this is a big problem. If same app is needed for another platform, it has to be developed from scratch. Very expensive, as we have to have two teams for maintaining both. It is not easy to maintain consistency for all the platforms. Suppose we have made some changes in one platform, one mobile app that is on Android. So we have to make sure that the second app, that is iOS app, is updated accordingly. Now the next category is mobile web apps. Mobile web apps are basically websites, but these are responsive websites, and these have been built such a way that these apps can be rendered on mobile devices very easily and very efficiently. Now these are web-based mobile apps that do not get installed on mobile devices. These apps are developed using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and jQuery. Advantages: not expensive due to single code base. No installation, no downloading is required because these apps are not available on the Play Store or App Store. Can be accessed on any device, whether it is iOS or Android. Always up to date because only single code is there. The languages used are very easy to learn: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. What are the disadvantages? Cannot take full advantage of all the features of mobile apps like contacts, camera, sensors. All these features cannot be used in mobile web apps. Always need internet connection. Without internet connection, like we cannot open the website. Similarly, we cannot open mobile web apps because these are similar to websites. Performance depends on internet speed. Suppose speed is slow, so you may get a bad experience. No existence on App Store. Now the third category is hybrid apps. Hybrid apps are the mixture of native and mobile apps. Similar to native apps, these are available on App Store. And similar to web apps, they are using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery. Now what is the difference then in web apps and hybrid apps? That hybrid apps are available on App Store or Play Store. But web apps, they are not available. They are just websites. You have to open the browser first and then you need to open the particular web app. But in case of hybrid apps, these are available on App Store. You can now run inside a container called WebView. What are the advantages? Single code base for all the platforms. That means you don't have to have two teams for maintaining both for both the platforms like iOS and Android. You have to have only one team which will develop the mobile app and it will be used for all the platforms. Existence on App Store, that is advantage. Now less expensive as compared to native apps. faster to develop than native apps, can use almost all the features of device. So we say almost, not all. Disadvantage: slower than native apps, more expensive than web apps, less interactive than native apps, cannot use all the features and API of devices like native apps. Now this was all about apps, mobile apps and the types. I hope you understood everything. Thank you very much.